In an age of misinformation and media overload, many Americans are struggling to stay informed without becoming overwhelmed. I totally understand. But personal leadership may be the key to cutting through this noise, reclaiming focus and living with intention. Joining us today to speak about all these things is Clara Capano. Good to see you and thank you for your time. Why do you say clarity is the new currency in today's media landscape? I think that's a really powerful statement.
Well, thank you so much, Mike. And what I'd like to start off by saying is in this daily landscape, we are being supported and bombarded with so much information more than ever before. Ironically, all this new information is causing more confusion. And what we know is it starts on the home front. There are studies such as one out of the University of Chicago that has even said when we start to lose sight of our local news media, the communities become more polarized and more disconnected. This falls right into how we start to show up in our own worlds, both as we lead ourselves and as we lead our teams. When teams lack clarity, they aren't able to make quality decisions. They become disconnected and their productivity diminishes. Yeah. This is why I like to say that clarity is currency.
I very much agree. How does a personal CEO meeting, though, help people set better media boundaries? This is another interesting aspect to this.
This has been my secret weapon, and this is something that I teach those that I work with and also practice myself. Is that I spend time before the week starts and I sit down and have an audit. I take time to pause and start to look at where I need to set boundaries so I can go into my week with the most focus and intention that I have. It also helps me to gain clarity on what I need to say no to, because the truth is, with everything that's in front of us, not everything needs to be a priority or on our to-do list. And I learned this firsthand. When I started saying no to things that were not in alignment, it freed me up to do more of the right things. So this isn't just a tool to help ensure self-care happens. It's a strategy for success so that we can lead ourselves and lead those around us.
Yeah, again, very well said. Can you walk us through the clarity framework for us today?
Absolutely. So the clarity framework has a few simple steps. The first one is the C, and that's getting your clarity of vision. Your vision is your North Star. And without clarity of vision, you can't make any decisions or take any action. So you really got to get clear, because that's where alignment and intentionality starts. Then you want to go into leveraging your time. Time is an investment. And if we want to make sure we're doing things at the highest level, we've got to have smaller, tighter bubbles of time where we can really do our best work and have the highest amount of focus. We know we need to take action, but it's not about doing everything. It's about doing the right things. So gaining clarity on what are the right actions to take, what are the ones that are going to really empower us and not paralyze us. And then on the flip side of that, as much as we need to act, we also need to build in time for rest and recovery, because without rest and recovery, we cannot have the energy to show up and serve at the highest level possible. Going into the second A, we talk about articulating value. The truth is, people want value. We need to get clear on the value we're delivering, and more importantly, be able to articulate that to our teams, to our customers, so that we are on the same page and working in unison with each other. We bring it to the T, which is all about tracking and measuring. The truth is, not everything works the way we think it is. So we need to track everything from numbers to time to energy, focus, customers, because when we can really track with intention, we can then show up and make better decisions or the needed pivots we have to stay on the right track for success. And then finally, we get to the why, which is, yes, it's time to celebrate. By learning how to celebrate both the big and the little wins, it allows us to honor our progress and really be able to move forward with more grace and confidence.
Very, very well outlined there. Clara, I'm curious to know, if people want to find out a little bit more and perhaps put some of these things into action, where's the best place to get in touch with you and your team?
Thank you so much. The best place is to visit my website, which is simply claracapano.com. I'm also LinkedIn is the primary platform that I am on, and they can just search me on any of the social sites with just my name, Clara Capano.
Clara, it's certainly interesting times ahead, especially as the news continues to do what it does and the cycle continues to roll around. But I appreciate someone like yourself actually making sense of it all and telling us to take a little moment to understand what's going on. Thanks again for joining me.
Thank you.